Welcome to iCorner Seat Studios. Sit back and enjoy the show.
In the dead of night, Brent jolts awake, his body drenched in sweat. His heart pounds in his chest as vivid memories of Elisa, his former violin student, flood his mind. Brent, the suburban music teacher, had led a life as ordinary as they come. But that was before Elisa, the enigmatic girl who lived alone, walked into his life. Their relationship grew from music lessons to something more intimate, a romantic bond that seemed to transcend the ordinary. However, the melody of their lives hit a discordant note when Elisa vanished without a trace after a trip to her native island. The echo of her laughter, the ghost of her touch, were all that remained. Months turned into a year, and still, Elisa's house stood silent and empty, a grim reminder of her mysterious disappearance. The world continued to spin, but for Brent, time seemed frozen. His heart pounds in his chest as he tries to shake off the remnants of a terrifying dream. Brent's life takes a turn for the worse when Elisa never returns from her trip. Time crawls by, and Elisa's absence becomes more palpable with each passing day. Her once lively house now stands ominously silent, a constant reminder of her inexplicable disappearance. Brent's heart aches with each unanswered phone call, each unopened letter. His once vibrant world now seems dull and colorless without Elisa's infectious energy and laughter. He teaches his music lessons, but the notes seem hollow, the melodies void of any emotion. Months turn into seasons, and Elisa's house remains closed, like a book with half its pages torn out. The cheerful tunes of their violin lessons are replaced by the haunting silence that hangs in the air. Brent's heart grows heavier with each passing day, his hope fading like the last notes of a forgotten melody. One day, driven by desperation and a longing to understand, Brent decides to approach Elisa's neighbors, the people who had presumably seen Elisa come and go, who had shared the same street, the same neighborhood. Perhaps they held the key to the mystery that was gnawing at his sanity. But what they reveal leaves Brent's world spinning. Elisa, the vibrant, lively girl who had filled his life with music and laughter, had died 5 years ago. The words echo in his mind, a chilling symphony of disbelief and horror. How could this be? The girl he had spent countless hours teaching, laughing with, falling in love with, was no more than a ghost from a past he knew nothing about. The revelation sends a shiver down his spine, the icy tendrils of fear squeezing his heart. Elisa, the girl he loved, was dead. And yet, she had been so alive in his memories, in the music they had created together, in the silence of her now abandoned house. His world spins as he struggles to understand this chilling revelation. The reality of Elisa's death, the mystery of her existence, the haunting silence of her house, all converge into a terrifying symphony, leaving Brent grappling with the horrifying truth. His love story was not what it seemed, and his nightmare was only just beginning. The night grows darker as Brent visits Elisa's grave. As the moon shrouds the earth in its silver glow, an eerie silence descends. The quiet is soon broken by the chilling realization that Elisa's presence hasn't left. Rather, it has taken a form that transcends the physical realm. As the hands of the clock creep towards midnight, Brent's once peaceful home transforms into a haunted paradise. The soft whispers of the wind carry a name. It's Elisa's voice, now a spectral echo, resonating through the halls and the rooms, filling the air with a cold dread that chills Brent to his core. Elisa's ghost appears, not as the gentle, violin-playing girl he had come to love, but as a vengeful specter, her ethereal form flickering with an otherworldly anger. She tells Brent a tale that sends shivers down his spine, a tale of love, loss, and betrayal. Elisa reveals her intimate connection with Sasha, Brent's ex-girlfriend. They were more than friends. They were two hearts beating in synchrony, two souls intertwined by a bond that was stronger than death itself. Sasha, too, had met a tragic end in a car accident 5 years ago, the same accident that claimed Elisa's life. The revelation hits Brent like a thunderbolt. He had been living a lie. The girl he thought he was teaching, the girl he had fallen in love with, was a ghost, a vestige of a past he had long forgotten. And this ghost wasn't here for love or companionship. It was here for revenge. Elisa's spectral form glows with an unholy light, her eyes burning with an intense rage. She blames Brent for Sasha's broken heart, for her untimely death. She has come back from the grave to seek justice, to make Brent pay for the pain he had caused her beloved friend. Brent's heart skips a beat as he digests the horrifying truth. Elisa's story, her anger, her thirst for vengeance, All this was too much for Brent to bear. He is left in a state of shock, his mind reeling from the ghastly revelations. But this is just the beginning of his nightmare. The ghost of Elisa is far from done with him. Elisa's ghostly figure looms ominously as she begins to narrate her story. Her spectral voice echoes through the room, her words a chilling whisper. Sasha and I, she begins, were more than just friends. We were confidants, sharing our deepest secrets and dreams. One of those dreams was you, Brent. The ghost of Elisa recounts the tale of their shared heartbreak. Sasha was in love with you, deeply in love, but you left her shattered. I saw her crumble day by day, her spirit fading until she was but a shadow of the vibrant girl she once was. She goes on to describe the night of the accident. We were on our way to my parents' house, both of us distraught. Sasha wanted to confront you, wanted to ask why you had left her. But we never made it. We never got the chance to ask you, Brent. The room grows colder as Elisa's ghostly figure grows brighter, her spectral form filling the room with an ethereal glow. Our car skidded off the road, crashed into a tree, and in that moment, our lives were snuffed out, our dreams and hopes extinguished. Elisa's voice turns harsh, filled with a bitterness that sends shivers down Brent's spine. But I couldn't rest, Brent. I couldn't rest, knowing that Sasha's heart was still broken, that you were still out there living your life while she was gone. That's why I'm here, Brent. I'm here to avenge my friend. Her words hang heavy in the air, a palpable presence that Brent can almost touch. He is left in silence, his mind reeling from the haunting revelation. The woman he had come to care for, the woman he had spent countless hours teaching and learning from, was a ghost, a spectral figure seeking revenge for a friend's broken heart. Brent is left speechless, his mind racing to comprehend the terrifying tale. His heart pounds in his chest, the weight of Elisa's words pressing down on him. He is left standing in his haunted house, a man confronted by the ghost of his past and the chilling revelation of his present. Brent tries to reason with Elisa, but she's beyond reason. His pleas echo through the house, but they fall on deaf ears, or rather, ears that refuse to hear any form of explanation. Elisa's anger, now transformed into a vengeful spirit, doesn't comprehend arguments or justifications. All she knows is her own sorrow, her own loss, and the rage that fuels her spectral existence. The air in the room grows dense, the temperature drops, and a sense of dread descends. Brent is trapped, the doors and windows refusing to budge under his desperate attempts to escape. His usual haven, his home, now seems like a prison, with Elisa as the merciless warden. He is alone, helpless, and at the mercy of a ghost scorned. Suddenly, a force unseen grips him, lifting him off the ground. His feet dangle in midair, his heart pounding in his chest. He is thrown against the wall with a force that would make any mortal shudder. The impact reverberates through his body, a painful reminder of the reality of his predicament. But then, as sudden as the terror began, it subsides. He finds himself jolted awake, lying in his bed, the room bathed in the eerie glow of the moonlight filtering in through the window. He reels from the surreal experience, drawing ragged breaths, his body drenched in a cold sweat. Was it all just a nightmare, a horrific dream born out of his guilt and sorrow? But the throbbing pain in his head and the metallic taste in his mouth tell him otherwise. He touches his ear and his fingers come away stained with blood. His heart pounds in his chest, the reality of the situation sinking in. This is no dream, no figment of his imagination. Blood trickles from his ear, a chilling reminder of the nightmare he's living. He stares at his reflection in the mirror, his face pale and drawn. The fear in his eyes is palpable, but there's a determination there too. He must find the truth, for himself, for Sasha, and for Elisa. This deadly encounter is just the beginning of his journey into the unknown. Brent quickly gets ready, his mind filled with fear and determination. The eerie silence of the house echoes around him, but he pushes through, driven by a burning need to uncover the truth. The mystery of Elisa and Sasha's past hangs heavy in the air, their untold stories whispering in the wind, urging him to dig deeper. He can't shake off the chilling encounter with Elisa's ghost, her words echoing in his mind. The haunting image of her grave, the shocked revelations from the neighbors, it all adds up to a horrifying puzzle that he must solve. Despite the terror gripping his heart, Brent leaves the safety of his home. His face, a mask of dread and resolve, reflects the daunting task ahead. Each step he takes is a step closer to unraveling the terrifying truth that ties him to Elisa and Sasha. Stay tuned to find out what happens when Brent visits Sasha's house, his ex-girlfriend's home.